Alright, hey, what is up YouTube? This is lunarman, and today I'm going to be talking about the neutral cards, which ones are the best, and which ones you should try to get soon. I just tried to record this video, but it was taking way too long, so for the next ones, I will do separate videos for Warrior, Warlock, Shaman, Rogue, Priest, Paladin, Mage, Hunter, and Druid. So I guess this will be a total of like 10 to 15 videos on which cards you should get, which cards you should enchant, which cards you should disenchant. So hopefully I can do this video in about 10 minutes, and let's get started. By the way, this is personal preference. If you have any other opinions, please leave it in the comments, and thank you guys for viewing. Let's get started. Wisp is a POS. You do not want this card. If you get it, I would suggest disenchanting it because it's really useless. There's no reason you should want to play a 1/1 for 0. Really. Abusive Servant's really good. Give a minion +2 attack. It's really good in the Warlock Zoo. It's really good in any other aggro deck, and it's an uncommon, so you should get it pretty easily. You can craft her for 40. Angry Chicken, in my opinion, is horrible. Like, it's a 1/1/1. You can't see the attack for some reason, and you get enraged +5 attack, but all you have to do is like ping it with the mage ability or hit it with the druid ability, or I don't know. It's just not that good. And it's a rare. Disenchant that for 20, easy. Argent Squire, pretty amazing right now. A 1/1 Divine Shield for a 1-drop. I would keep these and I would use them for my early game minions. It's awesome. The Bloodsail Corsair. This card is really situational. It's a 1 attack, 2 health, 1 drop. Battle cry, remove 1 durability from your opponent's weapon. I can think of one way this would be amazing, is if you're against a warrior and he played Gorehowl. That would destroy this because it only has 1 durability. So this card is really situational. I don't have it. I don't use it. Yeah. Hungry Crab, also really situational. Destroy a Murloc and gain +2/+2. I don't really see that many Murloc decks, so it's an epic. I disenchanted this for 100. Leper Gnome. It's an amazing little card. It's got so much value. It's a 2/1 for 1. Death Rattle, deal 2 damage to an enemy hero. So let me talk about this card for a second. This card has amazing value. 1, because even if you play it first turn and they destroy it their first turn, it's still going to do 2 damage to them. Say they're a rogue, they use their weapon. It's going to do 4 damage to them for a 1-drop. Even if they're a mage, you know they're probably going to ping it. They're going to do 1 damage to it, it'll do 2 damage to them. And even if they ping it, they've used 2 mana and they can't play anything their second turn because they're too worried about this card. Okay, so let's say they don't destroy it. Let's say they leave it in play. This card could potentially do 4 to 10 damage if they let it attack like 2 or 3 times, and then they gotta, then it deals 2 damage when it dies. Then the value on this card is amazing. The only really way to destroy this without having good value at all is if they silence it and then destroy it. But then they're wasting a silence on a 1-drop. So I think any way you go, this card is totally worth it. You should get it. It's an uncommon. Light Warden, amazing in priest decks. Other than that, it's not really that good. Whenever a character is healed, gain 2 attack. And my phone went off. I don't know where it is. It's behind me. Make sure it's nobody important. Nope. Okay, good. Alright, Murloc Tidecaller, good for any Murloc decks. They'll probably destroy it pretty fast though. Secret Keeper, it's good in secret decks. Other than that, it's not good. If you have it, you don't play secrets, I would suggest disenchanting it. Shield Bearer, I used to think this card was garbage, but it's pretty good in the Warlock Zoo because it's good at stalling, and it also works well with Defender of Argus. South Sea Deckhand. This is like a personal preference card. I kind of like it. It's good in Rogue. It's good in Warrior. It's good with anything where you get a weapon. It's not bad. Working Infiltrator, and there's better cards. It's not that good. Young Dragonhawk is a piece of crap. A 1/1 with Wind Fury. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Just get the Leper Gnome. It does the same amount of damage. Young Priestess is really good, but it's also a rare. At the end of your turn, give another random minion, or another friendly minion, +1 health. It's pretty nice. Our Amani Berserker is also really good. This works well in mage decks because you can ping it yourself and make it a 5/2 on turn 3. It could be annoying to deal with, although when most people see this card, they try to remove it as fast as possible. I know that from personal experience. Ancient Watcher. I used to think this card was garbage, but this card works super well with Defender of Argus and Sunfury Protector, because even though it can't attack, you can make it a taunt, and they'll have to attack into it. Okay, Blood Mage Thalamus. It's a legendary, of course. This card's amazing. Get it. Yeah, sure, get it. It's like 1600 dust to create, but whatever. Bloodstone Raider. Pretty amazing. Gain attack equal to the attack of your weapon. If you have Gore Howl equipped, it'll have a 9 attack for a 2-drop. Crazed Alchemist, it's pretty situational. Me personally, I don't really like this card. I don't use it. Direwolf Alpha, really good in zoo decks. I don't know, it's just really good at fast aggro. Doomsayer, not a high priority. It's good if you have it, but if you don't have it, don't worry about it. At the start of your turn, destroy all minions. I don't know, it's just situational also. So Fairy Dragon. Fairy Dragon is amazing. It's an uncommon. The only way they can destroy this is by attacking into it, which means something on their side is probably going to die. If you have this card, this replaces all the decks that use... Where's it at? It's not on here. This doesn't show basic cards, I just realized. Because I'm in crafting mode. F! Okay. The Fairy Dragon replaces Bloodfin Raptor. I'll talk about all the basic cards after I talk about the other ones. Alright, so Ironbeak Owl, pretty good. If you don't use it to silence, it's crappy, so I would only use this in a deck if you need a silence. Knife Juggler is also really good. To me, they need to nerf him and maybe make him a 3-drop, because I think a 2-drop for a 3/2 is strong enough. Or they need to nerf his attack or something. I don't know. But after you summon a minion, do 1 damage to a random enemy minion. It's awesome. A random enemy. Loot Hoarder. Death Rattle, draw a card. It's pretty awesome. Warwalker Trolls are legendary. I'm not going to talk about him. Mad Bomber is okay. Deal 3 damage, randomly split it between all other characters. This could attack all of your minions or all of yourself. It's just random. The Master Swordsmith. It's not bad. He's a rare. If you don't have him, don't really worry about it. But if you have him, maybe you can make a deck with it. And Mana Wraith. I feel like this would only be good in a mage deck where you're not playing a lot of minions, because this would hinder yourself. But it also hinders the opponent, so that's good too. Mana Addict. This is also pretty situational. Whenever you cast a spell, gain +1 attack this turn. +2 attack, sorry. Okay, I'm not going to talk about legendaries, but this is like one of the worst legendaries ever. You get coin into this on turn 1, say you're against a rogue. Boom. The rogue can play like both of his sprints for free. It's stupid. Enemy spells cost 0, and it's a 4/4 for 2. Sell that. Get a better legendary. Nat Pagel's really good. Pint-sized Summoner. It's another one of those things. If you have it, cool. If you don't, cool. Sunfury Protector is pretty amazing. It's a 2-drop for a 2/3. Give adjacent minions taunt. That's really good. Wild Pyromancer is also pretty decent. Youthful Brewmaster's not bad. Return a minion. Situational card. I would try to get Acolyte of Pain, because it's just really good. Put him in a mage deck, you can at least get 3 draws out of it by paying it yourself. The Big Game Hunter, I know it's an epic, but you should try to get it if you want to rank up. Let's see. Talk about this guy. This guy is really useful now. I see him in a lot of Warlock, a lot of Priest, restore 3 health. He's a 3/3 for 3. It's really good. Talk about the Harvest Golem. You should definitely get 2 Harvest Golems. This is probably one of the best 3-drops in the game, and it's only an uncommon. Put that in like every deck until you get other cards. The Imp Master's pretty good. Usually whenever I play it though, people destroy it pretty fast. It's unfortunate. The Jungle Panther's not bad. Raging Worgen's pretty good. I don't really use it that much though. Wind Fury +1 attack whenever it's enraged. People just use like a deal 3 damage thing and destroy it. Scarlet Crusader's not bad. The Tauren Warrior's not bad either. But I mean, technically, really, you could just get the Shield Master and be a little bit better. I never use this card. Thrallmaw Farseer. Never use it. I haven't used this card yet either. Another legendary, an epic, and another card I don't have. Cult Master is not bad. Whenever one of your minions dies, draw a card. I would try to play this in combo with something. Like, don't just play it and then not have a minion die, because they'll probably destroy it and you won't get the added effect. Dark Iron Dwarf, I would try to craft this. Battlecry, give a minion. It's good for removal. It's good for a finishing blow. It's good for a lot of things. Defender of Argus, I know it's a rare, but try to get these cards. This card is amazing. It's a 4 for 2/3, but it gives adjacent minions +1/+1 and taunt. The Warden, it's not that great. Don't worry about it. Silver Moon Guardian, also not that great right now. Don't really worry about it. Spellbreaker, it's okay. This is situational also. It costs 1 less per the attack of your weapon. You could potentially play this for free, and it's a taunt, but if you don't have a weapon, it's horrible. Don't use this. Okay, so I'm getting into the higher up cards. I can talk about rares a different day. I've kind of already talked about rares, but I can talk about rares more in depth a different day. The Fin Creeper, it's not really that great. Just use the Shield Master. The Silver Hand Knight, I have not used him yet, honestly. He seems good, but there's so many better 5-drops. Like the Stranglehorn Tiger would be a little bit better because it's got stealth. This card's really good if you have a weapon. If you leave it out and then you enrage it, your weapon has +2 attack. It's awesome. The Ventrico Mercenary is good because if you're doing mage or you're using a deck without that many minions, this is a really scary card on turn 5 as a 7/6. The Frost Elemental, it's not that great. You could just use any other mage card to freeze them if you really wanted to freeze somebody. The Priestess of Elune, no, it's not that great either. I mean, it restores 4 health to your hero, but just put a different minion in your deck and then just put a heal card in your deck if you really want to heal your hero. The Wind Fury Harpy, never used it in Constructed. It's a 4/5 with Wind Fury. It's a 6-drop. There's a lot better 6-drops, like this card, for example. But you probably may not have that card. But that's about it, because all these are legendaries. So let me talk about the basic cards. Let me go out of crafting mode. Let me talk about basic cards, because I know some of these are good and some of them are bad. Elven Archer. I think this is becoming a more useful card because it deals 1 damage to early aggro minions like this, like this, like this, like this, like anybody that has 1 health. Goldshire Footman, this is a no for me. There's better cards for this. You don't usually need a taunt on turn 1, and if you really want a taunt on turn 1, play Warlock and you get Void Walker. He's so much better. He has 1 extra health. But if you really want an early taunt, just wait. Don't use him. Don't use... where'd the other guy go? Don't use this guy either. If you really want an early taunt, just wait till turn 3 and play a Iron for a Grizzly. Or you can even wait till turn 4 and play the Shield Master. But yeah, early taunts, now that I'm just on that topic, don't use the Patriarch either, because if you want a 3-drop taunt, I would much rather go the Ironfur Grizzly. Because if you think about it, he has one less health, but he has 2 more attacks, so when they attack into it, they'll probably also die. But if somebody attacks into this, they may not die. So, okay, back to where I was. The Murloc Raider, just get a Leper Gnome. This definitely outclasses this, but if you don't have a Leper Gnome or anything like it, I could see why you'd want to use this. Stone Tusk Boar's not bad. It's really good in Hunter. Other than that, I wouldn't really use it. The Voodoo Doctor's not really that great. The Restore 2 health for a 2/1, I don't know. To me, it's just not really worth it. I wouldn't put it in a deck. The Acidic Swampers is really good. Destroy your opponent's weapon, and it's a 3/2. So I would try that out if you've never used it. Like I said, the Bloodfin Raptor is good if you don't have Fairy Dragon, but I would try to get a Fairy Dragon and replace your Bloodfin Raptors. Bluegill Warrior is also not that bad. It's a 2-drop for a 2/1 with charge, but if you really wanted an early charge, you could think about running Rogue and putting a South Sea Deckhand in your deck for 1 less mana. Like I said, the Frostwolf Gaunt's not that great. The Cobalt Geomancer, this is actually a really good replacement for spell damage. This is a good replacement for Blood Mage Thalmos, because Blood Mage Thalmos is also a 2-drop. This is really glitchy right now. You get the same spell damage, you get extra attack and health, but this one you just get to draw a card. So yeah, if you want early spell damage, this is pretty good. The Murloc Tidehunter is not bad for an early card. Novice Engineer is pretty good too, because you get to draw a card. River Crocolisk is really awesome because it's a bulky 2-drop for 2/3. You can run this in a beast deck and buff it up with the Houndmaster, make it a 4/5. Just something to think about. Dalaran Mage, I don't use this anymore. If you want spell damage, just run the Kobold or the Ogre right here. Spell damage +1. Because the Ogre costs 1 more mana, and it's a 4/4, not a 1/4. The Ironforge Rifleman, it's a bust for me. I don't use it ever. If you want the 1 spell damage, just get the Elven Archer. I've already talked about the Ironfur Grizzly. It's not bad. Magma Rager is garbage. Like, what? It's got 5 attack, but it's only got 1 health. Anything can kill this. Don't use it ever. Even though it's a 3-drop. It doesn't even have charge. Like, it's horrible. Raid Leader's pretty good in Minion Rush decks. Razorfin Hunter is also good in Minion Rush decks. It's actually got pretty good value too. A 2/3 for 3, and you get a 1/1 boar also. Shattered Sun Cleric is awesome. It's just pretty good. Gives a minion +1/+1. Silverback Patriarch, garbage. Wolf Rider, decent. I use it. It's not bad. Chill and Yeti, maybe one of the arguably best basic cards. It's just so buff, 4 for 4/5. It's awesome. Dragonlane Mechanic, debatable. Might as well just run the Razorfin Hunter, because this gives you a 2/1 mechanical Dragonlane, but a 2/1 is really easy to kill with like every class. Gnomish Inventor's not bad. Oasis Snapjaw, I would say, is only good in Hunter because it's a beast. Shieldmaster, another one of the best basic cards ever. Stormwind Knight, not bad. There's better charge cards, but this dude's kind of bulky, so it just depends on what kind of charge card you want. Booty Bay Bodyguard, never run this guy. The 5 attack isn't really worth it. It costs 1 extra mana, and the Shield Master has 1 more health, so just run the Shield Master. Darkscale Hunter, this is actually pretty useful in priest decks. Restore 2 health to all friendly characters. I mean, I guess it'd be useful in every deck, but Priest benefits from it the most. Another amazing card in Priest decks, Gurabashi Berserker. Wow. You can attack into this, gain 3 attack, then heal it back up. It is really good. You can buff his health and everything. Nightblade. It's not a bad card. It's probably not preferred. It's pretty good for beginning decks, but whenever you're super advanced, you probably won't ever use this. The Frostwolf Warlord. This is another card that's really good in beginning decks, but you'll probably never use it once you get more advanced. Stormpike Commando. It's horrible. Deal 2 damage. The 2 damage is not worth the horrible stats. 4-2 for 5? Really? The Archmage is not bad. It's a bulky 6-drop, 1 extra spell damage. The Boulder Fist Ogre is awesome if you're trying to build a deck and you don't have certain cards. It's a pretty good bulky basic card that costs a lot of mana to play. The Lord of the Arena. I used to think this card was great, but if you think about it, you should just play the Ogre. Even though it doesn't have taunt, they would be more worried about it because there's a lot of cards that deal 5 damage exactly that can destroy this. The Reckless Rocketeer is a good card, but definitely whenever you get Argent Commander, replace all of your Rocketeers with these because this guy's better. Corehound is a piece of shit. He's a 9 attack for 7, but he only has 5 health. Like I said, there's a lot of cards that destroy cards with 5 health. And the last couple basic cards are Stormwind Champion, which is amazing, and War Golem, which is also really good, but I would just run the Boulder Fist Ogre because it's a cheaper mana, it's got the same amount of health, and 1 less attack. Okay, so that is my view on the normal cards. This video was rather long, but the for the normal, uncommon, and some rares, I talked about some of the early rares, like Sunfury Protector and stuff. But I'll probably do another video on rares, and I will definitely do other videos on all of the classes. I like flipping through the pages. But yeah. This is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment. Tell me if you liked it. It's a little bit long. I'll probably leave it at this full length. It might just take a while to upload. So, I will see you guys later. Peace.